presentation tonight is going to be about bacteria, and I call them remarkable bacteria because they really are remarkable. And the remarkability comes from many things we've learned in the last 20 years, which the general public doesn't know about, I think, because no one tells them. And let me summarize what the major points are. One is that bacteria are much tougher than we ever imagined. They're able to extend, to tolerate extremes of temperature and pressure and salinity and pH and radiation in ways that we never imagined. If someone told me when I was younger that this was true, I would say they were crazy. But this expands our vision of where life is in the universe. It makes us think that even in our own solar system, there are plenty of places where life, even earthly life, could exist right now if it got transferred there. This is something we wouldn't have thought of in the 1970s or 80s, I think. We call these organisms extremophiles because they tolerate very extreme conditions. The second thing was that with molecular methods, we now know that only a small percentage of the bacteria that we can see can we grow. And therefore, there's an immense amount of things to learn about this system, which is quite exciting. The third thing is that there are almost unbelievable metabolic things that bacteria can do. They can eat things that we couldn't imagine, and they can breathe things that we couldn't imagine. So we'll talk a little bit about what eating means, that you just need to get electrons out of a system and make them available to you. And us animals, well, we can only eat organic carbon. We eat fats and sugars and proteins. But bacteria will eat things like hydrogen sulfide and hydrogen and ammonia and other things. And therefore, they can live where we couldn't have imagined living, where there's no organic carbon, just a little bit of inorganic energy. So this again expands our view of life in the universe. And the last thing I'm going to talk about then is the recent discovery, which we call electromicrobiology. It's the ability of bacteria to give electrons to solid things like rust and electrodes of fuel cells and things like this. And under those conditions, we see that we can exploit bacteria to take normal waste material and turn it directly into electricity. And under these conditions, we say we get rid of our waste, we make pure water, and we get paid for it. Not a bad deal. And while it seems too good to be true, it turns out that it is true. And that's what I'll be talking about.